Yo, okay, we are live. We are right here, live live, living the live. Let me go to universal control and do something here because there's something weird with my microphone. Let's see if it pulls up. It's not pulling up. Oh, I don't know. Okay, here we got it. Here we go. So where's my noise gate? Right here. It's in high. Yeah, it's pretty high already. So just gonna lower my headphones a little bit. There we go. And there's something that I wanted to do here. Not sure now. Okay. Anyways, welcome to this stream. Today we're going to be mixing the beat that I did yesterday. So out of the bat, first thing I did was organize all of my tracks. As you can see on the left side of Studio One, I have all the brass in one color. I have all my pads and synths and pianos and melodies all with this purple, my 808 in red. I got my perks like a light blue and then more darker blue for my drums, and then the effects are green. I did this before starting the stream just to be organized because my mind just flew, and then I realized I was gonna go live. So now we're here, no worries, we're here now. And we are running. There's people screaming outside my house, don't worry. So that's what happens when you live like it, right in the rural area. Let me drink a little bit of water. All right, so let's get into this beat. I'm going to organize it even better. So everything is at 0, as you can see. Everything, I'm going to put everything at 0. And I also wanted to give a shout out to MA, one of my subscribers who encouraged me to make this video. He wanted to know more about mixing and mastering. So what I do is more mixing and mastering of beats so I can showcase them. But in no way or form am I a professional mix engineer. I do not consider myself a professional mix engineer, but we are always learning. So that's important, to always keep an open mind, to stay active in learning and in educating yourself. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my drums to the left because my drums are the first thing that I always mix. And then I'm gonna put the 808, which is the second. Maybe I'll bring in the brass tabs later, and then the perks are also gonna come in over here with the drums now. Yeah, and you can see that I already have some inserts on a couple of my tracks because I made some sound design. And if you're interested in knowing the sound design that I made, you can check out yesterday's live stream where I spent 2 hours making this beat and doing the sound design and sound selection and arrangement and everything. So you can go check that out. And right now, I also want to play the loudest part of this beat. And by the end of this video, we will put the beat on completely. But for now, I'm just gonna listen to this part of the hook, maybe this last part of the hook, which has the stinging. And I think this is the loudest part. Yeah, because it has more instruments, okay? Let's listen to this. So as I'm listening, I want to start gain staging. And let's let the beat finish first before I say what I'm gonna say. Sorry. Okay, so as I'm listening, I'm gonna be gain staging because I want to see where the levels are. And obviously, like in Studio One, it's very easy. I hold Shift and I, and I get this bar, and it's input gain. So this is where I mostly do my gain staging because most of the sounds that I use, they're already polished, legit, compressed, limited. You know, these are from sample makers that are professionals, and also from the same VSTs, which are great sounds. So what I'm probably gonna do is just EQ a little bit, you know, just do a little bit here and there. But right now, in the gain staging, all I want to do is just set what I want to be loudest in the mix. I want to set it hitting around -6. And then I want my melodies and my more high instruments to be hitting around -12. And I also put the perks hitting at like a -12 in the gain with all the faders at 0. So let's play it again. So as we can see, like, I turned down most of the kick a little bit and these hi-hats. Now the kick doesn't sound much at all, but wait till we get to the mixing part. All of the other instruments, I already made some gate staging while I was creating them. So they're all like hitting around -12. The 808 is peaking at -6 at one part, so that's cool with me. And now I'm gonna select them all. Even with the effects are the last thing I mix in. And now I'm gonna start leveling. So this is the second part of mixing. I would call it leveling, you know. So I would hit play, start with my drums, start with my kick at least, because I know the kick is kind of one of the loudest parts of an instrumental. Like, especially for music for ads. In music for ads, you like to have a punchy, strong rhythm section, because that's what complements more of the dialogue. So let's hit play and then start leveling. So I want it to be hitting around -10, you know, because then when I start processing and I start like adding EQ and adding stuff, then all the volume is gonna keep going up, and then you're gonna end up with a clipping mix. So since I have 3 different snares, so I'm just leveling everything. So now I have that drum section. I want to start doing the bass now. So you see, when I brought in the bass, my decibels went like 3 dB, you know, 2 dB here, and we're hitting around -8. And it's still pretty low. Like, everything sounds really low, and that's part of mixing. Let's start with this open hi-hat here. Cool. And also the perks. Cool. It all sounds really low right now, but trust me, you know, what you want is to have it as low as possible and then also have the volume low. Because when you start compressing and limiting, it goes like to another level, bro. Like that's one thing that you will learn as you go. And then even though like before you get to the mastering stage, if you feel that it's too low, you can always push it all up. That's the greatness of having headroom. Going with the pads now. Cool. So right now we're clipping at like a -7, see? Let's listen again to that leveling part. So right now, I'm gonna start panning. So I want my snares, all my snares are hitting like the same, but, right, sorry about that. All my snares are hitting kind of in the same place, right? So what I would do is I would just pan it a little bit towards the right, each one of them, like maybe, yeah, 7. And then maybe put 1/8, right? And then put 1/9. Just little subtle stuff, you know, right? You pan those. The hi-hats, I'm gonna leave it in the same place, in the middle. And then I'm gonna start pan this open hi-hat, also like 12. So the perk, I'm gonna really stretch it out. So this one I'll leave it in the middle. Then take this clock. Right. I need to hear more of that perk tone, you see? I'm looking for that perk tone right there. Yeah. Okay, so I pan those. Also the brass, I could leave this brass towards the left a little bit. And then these, maybe pan them to the right. And for the melodies, it would be like, the pad would be and then I'll pan these main melodies left also. Right, so now I have it all panned, right? And now I'm going to just add them to a bus channel, and I'm gonna send my drums to my drum bus, and I'm gonna have a different perk bus for my perks. And I'm also going to have my 808 is going into a bass bus. My melodies are all going into the instrument bus, and then these are going into my brass bus. You can hear my clicking, I know, guys, I'm so sorry. Got the drum bus here, bass bus, and this one I don't need, so I'm gonna put it at the end. And they're all going into my main. Okay, so why did I do this routing? So I did this routing because I want everything to just like mix them together, mix all the drums together, like I have them sounding exactly where I want in the mix. Now I'm going to process them all together, like all the perks together, all the instruments together, and give it a little oomph, just, you know, like put them where I want them to be. Now most people will put a lot of plugins on all the tracks. People will put just small detail plugins on all the tracks. I almost never do that unless for the kick I would add some EQ, just cutting off the low end, and that already adds like 2 dB more to my kick, you know. So I'm gonna lower it by 2 dB also, the gain, so we can be there at -8 still. And then like that's it, like that's what I would do to the kick. And then later on in the bus I would do more filtering and more stuff. So right now I'm on the drum bus, so I'm gonna go here. I already have this set up. So first thing I do is I put the virtual channel on the drums, first thing, and then I'm gonna go get a saturator. And I really like this one, the New York one. Sounds cool. Let's see. But you know what? I'm listening now and I want more transient. So I'm gonna put this transient shaper right in between. And I'm gonna go. You can see how it just changes, like So right now we're hitting pretty, you know, pretty loud. So we're gonna lower the makeup here so that we're hitting around -6. I'm gonna put the compression, the saturation. Okay. And now we're gonna add. So what I did with the transient shaper here, I just used one of these presets just to give it more transient to that kick and those snares. And now I'm gonna glue it all together with a compressor. And I've heard a lot of great stuff about this compressor in particular for drums. This modern FGE. I don't know if I want to have a slow attack or if I want to have a quick attack. And then I'm just gonna add one more thing to my drum bus. It's gonna be a revival. And I made a mistake here. I'm sorry guys. I have not added any EQ to this, and so that is a no-no. We have to add some EQ to these drums, and I'm gonna add the EQ if I find it, because I never find it. Right here after the transient shaper. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit of the highs and just cutting off all of those frequencies that I don't want. I mean, the sounds sound well on their own, you know what I mean? And now I'm gonna put the revival one over here, and let me save this project right now. And let me go to Studio One really quick, because I'm doing this at a really low bit rate and I'm crazy, I know. Let's do it on 1024 samples so that we don't get that choppy feeling. We're still chopping a little bit. I want to hit it with the shimmer. Nice. So now the perk bus, I'm also gonna add first of all this EQ, just eliminating like all that low end and giving a little bit of shelf. And what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna add virtual mix track again, because that's what I use for all of my mixing. And I'm gonna go to my preset, just the VCC start, right? I'm gonna add this EQ. Where are my cues? The air EQ, where is it? Yeah. So there we got all those. And now, after that EQ, we're gonna add compressor. We're gonna add this vintage. See what I did? I took I put it a really slow attack. I think it's slow attack. I'm not really sure now. Good. One more. I don't want to do too much to it, just that's good with me. I'm gonna lower a little bit this sample. So I want to do something to this clock now. I'm sorry that I'm going out of my way, but I want to put some pancake on it, and I want it to pan from left to right. So I'm gonna put it in the middle, and I'm gonna put it in the pancake plugin. I'm gonna set it to 1/4. So no, maybe 1 bar. So yeah, I get it from the left and then goes to the right. That clock. Yeah. That sounds good. Also want to add a wider to that perk bus and put it before the virtual mix rack. Nice. That's about it. And then we're gonna go to the bass bus. So this bass already has, it's pretty good, you know. And here at the bass bus, I'm just gonna put some tape machine to it. And then I'm gonna add a compressor. I'm just gonna add the Studio One compressor, really. We're still relatively low on volume, so that's good. We're gonna hit the instrument now, the instrument bus. Sometimes I like to put to the instruments some stuff like this vibe strip. Or just like this classic strip is pretty good. start from billion instruments, right? I had this. I'm gonna add this EQ, the FG and N. Yeah, now we're gonna add some compression again. This is all I do on my mix bus actually, like just compression and EQing. Now, yeah, I got, like, I don't want that much gain reduction anyway, so 3 or 4 is fine. So the brass is the one that I'm still missing, and also for the instruments we want to add the revival. We're gonna be adding the effects later on, okay? I also want to add a compressor to my bass, and it's gonna be sidechaining that kick. Yeah, and now what we're missing is the brass bus. And then obviously my favorite virtual mix rack. So we can, you know, just kill it with this. The same, I kind of always use like the same instrument really. Really what I just have to do is turn it up here. But I wanna, for sake of this video, also add some EQ, some compression to it. I'm gonna be adding the stress one, which is one of my favorite ones. That's it. That's good. I also want to add some EQ to the brass ones. Especially this one. Take a lot of that low end. It's important. Now they're sounding where I want them. And where is my master? I'm gonna add some thickness to those brass. Yeah. That's it. And you know, I use this a lot. So let's say I wanted to save it. So I'm gonna save it on this bank. The preset name is gonna be brass bus. And now I have it there, you know. Now I have brass bus right there. So we're still pretty low, guys. So you know what that means. We can just put it all up. Even more. See right there, like hitting -3 is pretty good. I'm now turning everything up before I do the mastering channel. Just listening right now. I'm just listening. See, so now I have to bring in the effects. Okay, so this crescendo. More of the crescendo. Let me see where the crescendo is, right here. Let's get more of the crescendo. I want more of the perk tone. Yeah. So wait, let me check this effect. This one is like a crazy one. This one goes higher. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Then let's try this one. Right there is pretty good. Okay, now we gotta go here to this part. What is that other? Oh, is this the symbol here is a little reverse? I'm gonna pull it up a little bit up. So I'm noticing that those hi-hats, they sound too bright. I wanna like I don't know why they sound so bright. We can also, I think I can also go into my hi-hats and check what I did here. Maybe I could lower them a full octave, you know, like group, and then select all, and then I'm going to just put them in. Yeah, I just wanted to sound a little beefier, I don't know. So we're now almost to the mastering stage, and we're picking around -4, -99, you know, 499, something like that. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, wait, let me check something. I'm gonna check the EQ also on the bass. So right now I don't want all this low rumble that's going on here. Okay, so now we're gonna go into this virtual mix bus that I have already on my master bus. And this is what I have on it. I'm just gonna take this out, I'm gonna take this out. Because actually, first thing I wanna do is put another EQ on it, the first thing. I want to get rid of that mid right there, 400, or yeah, you know, the 400 right there. And then just a little bit also here on the I'm gonna eliminate 14K, but I'm also gonna make a shelf here. 12 dB shelf. Just a little bit, you know, it's almost like 2 dB. Now I have the virtual mix rack going on here. Let me see something. So I just want it to be like hitting around 0, you know, or 1. I don't want a lot of that. And I want it to sound tight. And so normally after this, I would add this plugin called MultiT, which is like kind of a dynamic thing. And I just turn the level down. So I use MultiT to tame dynamics in my mix. And then I'll just like maybe give it a little bit more low end, you know. So it's like a multi-band compressor. And it also works as a saturator, so lower it a little bit more. And I'm gonna put some more dBs into it. Maybe 1 dB. So now I'm hitting -3. And so now I'm just gonna add my limiter. MultiT is too strong, man. Let me bring it back. Wait. Yeah. So now I'm gonna bring in the FG-X2 limiter, which is my favorite limiter right now. I love it because it has this compressor and it also has that limiter. And also I want to add this one to my favorites. I'm gonna go to one of these presets. And I'm gonna put the ratio at 2. I want to see some little gain reduction going on. We're hitting a negative 18 right now, so that's pretty cool. So we're gonna set the ceiling to 1, true peak limiting, and we're gonna start taking it up. So now I'm gonna polish whatever I think needs to be polished. So we can see that my kick was super high here. Barrett Baguette, thank you, bro. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here. So now I'm gonna check my meters with the Ulean loudness meter. I'm gonna play that part again. So I'm hitting negative 15 LUS, negative 9. That's pretty good. You don't need to take it out much more than that. But if you wanted to, you can do it. Now I'm hitting a negative 8.5, and that's where I want to be hitting, so it sounds good and loud. But this is the trick, guys. This is the sauce. You want to put another limiter on the master and just set it. I have it here, negative 0.05, just there. You don't even have to touch it, and it does some difference. So right now I have my limiter, the one that comes with PreSonus Studio One, and I have it to soft clip. And what I did is I just raised the threshold nothing, not even a dB, and you can still hear a little bit more of the loudness. We're at negative 0.6 dB of true peak. Sometimes we get to negative 1, doesn't really matter. Let's bring out our phase meter. And we will bring out our spectrum meter. And I don't have mastering plugins that like help you shape the overall tone of the master, like Neutron or Ozones. So I really need to get that, but I need some funding to do that, man. So yeah, this is what I use just to see my levels and where I'm hitting and stuff like that, you know. But I always trust my ears. I play it in my car, I play it in my headphones, I play it on the speakers, everywhere, just to get the feel of what's really sounding good or not. So I'm gonna play the whole beat now. and I'm going to maintain these open. I'm gonna play the whole beat for you guys and make sure that everything is on point, that we've raised all the levels. Oh, we're still missing one thing. And it's adding effects. So I normally, to my instrument bus, I would add some, just like some reverb or delay. So I add some delay. And here I'm using the H delay, but I'm gonna remove it and I'm gonna put the analog delay by PreSonus, which is pretty good. And now we're gonna play here again. It just gives it a little more space. I'm gonna set it to 1/4. So just really subtle. So for the brass, what I would add for the brass is just some reverb. Just a little bit. Just to give it that space, you know? That's too much, you know? But like right there, that's pretty good. And then maybe to like the snares. Also like a little reverb or something. Tell me guys how you feel about this mix. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the Yuli meter. I'm gonna pull up phase meter. I'm gonna pull up the spectrum meter, okay? And now we're seriously gonna listen to the whole beat, okay? Well, there is the beat mixed and mastered, guys. You saw it. It was hitting at -8. We did all the corrections. I did a little correction at the end with Multi T, just bringing down those lows because I saw that there was kind of a rumble. I don't really hear it on my headphones, but it's there. And that is it. So before I finish the video, I wanted to, address what MA was asking me about the mastering stage, and he specifically said that he didn't understand it. So obviously there are two parts to ending the production stage of a song, so the mixing and the mastering, right? So obviously what you saw, it was me mixing and mastering a beat. There are a lot of ways to master songs. I do not call myself a master engineer either, but that is the way that I master my beats in Studio One. Studio One also has a master project page where you can master your full songs, and I've used it, and it's kind of the same thing, okay? But what I really want to say is that the mixing is where you set it all up, all the volumes, you deal with the leveling. So all those steps that I took, you deal with the gain stage, the leveling, the panning, the EQing, and compression. You route things so that you can process them and say they feel more coherent, more glued on together. And then you add effects like delay and reverb and chorus and all that stuff to make for interesting, sounds and effects, if I may. There's a lot of different ways of doing it. You can add a lot of plugins. You don't have to add a lot of plugins. You can also add a lot of effects if you want it. This is the way that I did it to make it the quickest way possible, but sounding awesome. And it doesn't matter what plugins you use either, as long as it sounds good, right? So that's the mixing part, and you want to have the mixing as polished as ever, so that when you get to the mastering stage, so the mastering stage is where you take everything to the next level in volume wise. Like how I put a limiter on it to take the volume up without clipping, And so that's one of the functions of the mastering, and also like finishing touches to the mix EQ wise. That's what a mastering engineer does, and among other things, like there are other elements to mastering, but that's what I know, that it's like taking that final mix to the next level so that it sounds awesome on every single system, like big stereo systems, and also like small your headphones and small maybe Bluetooth speakers and stuff like that. So that's where the mastering stage comes in. So that's why it's called the master, because it takes the whole thing and it brings it to that level where everywhere is going to sound awesome. So I hope that I could explain mastering in a more basic sense, but there are a bunch of tutorials and videos on YouTube talking about mastering. There are a couple of great mixing and mastering courses out there that you can find from different producers, and they're pretty cheap. They're awesome. They have awesome content, but money-wise, they're affordable. That's not the word. Cheap is not the word. Affordable is the word. Okay? So I hope that you guys learned something today. I'm gonna sign out from this live stream. And any questions, any doubts, or any comments, just leave them in the comment below. Remember to like this video, and remember to subscribe to my channel. And as always, you can check out my music at diliamobeats.com. I'll see you in the next one, guys.